Hi, I'm Vince from Florida Shores Truck Center, and today we're getting ready to rotate and balance some tires on this motorhome. It has 6 wheels, as you can see. You know, it's a really simple little thing, but there's a proper way to do it. There's a way to do it that works the best, and what that is, you jack up all the wheels, and then you take each tire off and balance it, and we'll true them if they need to be trued, if that's what the customer wants. And what we'll do is we'll put the best tires in the front, you know, and what we'll do that without changing the direction or rotation. If you have a right front tire like this one right here, you can replace the right front with the right rear inside or the left front outside, and that won't change the direction or rotation. And what we'll do is when we get all the tires off, if they're all the same kind of tires and they've been on the truck for the same amount of time, we'll put the best one out of the 2 rears that had the same direction of rotation into the front. And we try to never change the direction of rotation. I remember years ago when I first started doing this, I had a truck that was pulling really bad to one side, and just to show the customer that it was the tires that was making it pull, not the alignment, I changed the direction of rotation, took his left front tire off and put it on the right front. But when I did that, he pitched a fit because he owned a garage. And even though I told him, I just did it just so you could see that it was not the alignment causing the problem. So then I got to thinking about it, and I took the tires off of my pickup and changed the direction of rotation just to see what would happen. Well, it made it real squirrely. It would like dart to either side, you know, it was very difficult to control. So you could see that the pattern and the way that the belts were worn, when you change the direction of rotation, it was a factor. So we don't change the direction of rotation. We definitely would not change the direction of rotation on the steering tires. But if we have to, if we're in a pinch, if we don't have another tire to put on, in the rears, you know, we might do it. You know, if the only way that we can put decent tires in the front and don't, you know, keep from breaking them down is to change the direction of rotation on the rear tires, we'll do that. All the tire companies say it's acceptable. But by jacking it all up, taking all the tires off at one time, then we can check them all for out of round, out of balance, and figure out by looking at the wear patterns, which are the best ones to put into the front. And then, you know, because the front is more pronounced with the vibration, and it'll give the customer the best ride for the cheapest amount of money. Thanks.
The first step for this in any job is to get this vehicle in the air. As you can see, I've already got it supported by 4 jack stands, 2 in the rear, 2 in the front. As you can see, 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So we're good and safe. Let's go ahead and continue. Now that we have the vehicle in the air and the direction of rotation marked, we're going to go ahead and take these off. These are simulators, so we're lucky in that we can flip these tires around, as Vince said, from, say, the driver's rear outside and bring it to this passenger front. And this goes over it. So sometimes rims are polished on one side. People are pretty particular about how their motorhomes look, and I understand that. But all right, let's go ahead and take these off. So to take these off, I've got a 1 1/16, and it's a Ford. It's also 7/8. So let's do this. you have it. 1 of 6 complete. Let's move to the rear. Alright, so we've moved to the rear here, and the first step generally on a motorhome is removing these extensions, at least from this, so that we can go ahead and get everything else out. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and show you how we take off the rears. It's much like the front. Move these for some clearance. Alright, let's go ahead and get that in there, twist it a little, get it started. There we go. Alright, number 1, it's back on here so we don't lose it. Let's go ahead and hit number 2 here. Turn them. There we go. Okay, let's put that back on there so that we do not lose it. Okay. They require a little bit of persuasion. Here we are. All right. Got it. Number 1. Here's number 2. All right. And we'll go ahead and repeat this process on the other side.
Alright, another point I'd like to make is if we're trying to rotate them and they have wear patterns on them, the best way to do that is to take the 2 steers and put them on either the right side or the left side. That way the 2 steers run next to each other because they're going to have approximately the same amount of tread, and then the 2 that you rotate to the front will have about the same amount of tread. You know, it's not a good idea to take the 2 steers and put them on the inside or on the outside. That's just not a good idea because you're probably going to have a different amount of tread. You're going to mismatch your tread, and then the tires are going to have a different rolling diameter.
So I noticed when I was taking off this tire from the passenger rear inside that there was a little bit of what appeared to be tread separation or belt separation, actually. And I think that this tire here is actually going to be the source of our problem. When I spin it, it's probably going to be severely out of round. Let's see. I'd say, well, we'll go ahead and change this one, as there is no way to correct that. Alright, so we identified a problem with tread separation with the last one. Let's go ahead and spin this one and see what she does. I went ahead and replaced it, so it should be pretty nice. Much better. And as far as the balance goes, 1.5 ounces. 1.5 ounces, one being on the inside, one being on the outside. So let's go ahead and do this and make it say 0. So I went ahead and placed my weights. I'm going to go ahead and spin this and make sure that she's at 0, 0. Looks pretty good for me. Let's go ahead and repeat this process 5 more times, checking for tire trueness and balance. Just because you've found one with separation doesn't mean that you found the entire problem. For example, watch this tire here. It spins beautifully, but watch for these numbers up here. 1.5 on the left, 1 on the right. So we're going to go ahead and put these on there and get this balanced, and should say 0, 0 when we're done. It's going to be okay. Let's see. That's exactly what we were looking for. So I've determined that this tire has a bit of run out in it, and that it's not tread separation. If you watch the tire closely, you'll see it moving around there. That little bit at 65 miles an hour will definitely cause you a little bit of vibration. So we're going to go ahead and now true this one with the Amerimac so that it's perfectly round, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. We'll balance it and continue on with the last two. Alrighty, now that our tire is true, let's check it again. It's rolling nice and smooth now. Alright, let's get it balanced. Alright, 3 ounces total. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Alright, let's spin it and see. Place my weights. We should get the desired outcome. 0, 0, that's what we wanted. So the grand total of my efforts ended up, one of these tires needed to be changed, one of these tires needed to be trued, and all 6 of these tires needed correct balancing. They are all now that, and when applied to the vehicle, should provide a nice, smooth, clean ride. This is Wes with Florida Shores Truck Center, telling you thank you for watching our video, and see you next time.